the Vogue magazine spread, Sean, that just came out, giving her sort of the Michelle Obama treatment or Jill Biden treatment, where they try to make her into a superstar spokesmodel. Now, first of all, this is as airbrushed as a Joan Rivers appearance on any magazine or TV. This is that Kamala Harris looks 39 instead of 59 here. I will submit, as the sole woman on this show today, that was a mistake. You want her to have gravitas. She's running for a very important job, and as the first potential female president, just let her have the lines. Fucking Vogue, let her have the lines. The lines are not a problem you have to erase for women who are serious and asking for a serious job. She wants to be in command of our Navy SEALs. So stop with the airbrushing. It's annoying to me. And what, man, it's just like on a separate tear. What message does it send to little girls? You can become president just as long as you don't age, okay? You can't age because as a woman, you have to be both hot and credible. Like, fuck off, Vogue. This is Anna Wintour, who judges us all by our stupid fashion. And honestly, like right now, she's launching the Met Gala theme right now. Guess what it is? Black men and dandyism. What is that? I don't like... It was, as somebody tweeted out, this is a great way to get a bunch of out-of-touch celebrities canceled in one fell swoop. True. Anyway, it's annoying. So she does the Vogue thing, Sean, and the Vogue reporter, I mean, it'll make you throw up a little in your mouth. The headline is, "The Candidate for Our Times." Okay, here's just a little. Here's a little bit. Okay. Stand by. There's so much to choose from. I asked her what her first call would be on reaching the Oval Office. "One of my first calls outside of family will be to the team that is working with me on our plan to lower costs for the American people." What does that mean? Who's on that team? How are they going to do that? That's exciting. Great. That's something people will talk about over the kitchen table tonight. Then he goes on to write, and by the way, the writer's name is Nathan Heller. "When Biden's announcement caused that pulse to drop a beat, the world looked to Harris with hopes and doubts. Now at her dining room table with pizza boxes, a trusted, unbathed staff, and a phone, she was being called on to do something unprecedented in American history, to mount and win a presidential race in 3 months as a woman of color with a felonious former leader as the opposition, and the future of democracy said to be at stake." Your thoughts, Sean?
Two things. One, she's largely kept gender and race out of this, and I think, which was a positive thing for her campaign, right? Which I think was smart, because the idea was let it stand. Everyone knows you're a woman. Everyone knows you're of color. So unlike Hillary Clinton, you don't have to make it a big deal. It's obvious to those people who it matters to, those qualities that you have. But second of all, this goes back to this media blitz that we talked about earlier. Right? You're supposed to be doing things that move the needle forward. And I'm not sure what this got you. I mean, I think it might have been a vanity play. Like, hey, we got you a Vogue cover spread. And it was like, awesome, let's go do it. I don't think that this helps you. In fact, to your point, you read these quotes, it probably turns off more people than it helped. The photo spread probably wasn't the strongest to bring people over. It doesn't have that quality of strength, commander-in-chief, that you are referring to. I go back to, what are you trying to do? And I think that sometimes people get enamored with being on a particular show or doing something, as opposed to thinking, does this actually help me strategically get to where I'm going? It's more of a tactic than a strategy. And I think that's what this happened. But it's like going on The View. If you actually move backwards after you do The View and you're a Democratic woman, that says a lot about your strategy.
I mean, aren't we trying to get Black and Latino men? Is this the way? Like, I don't know. Go on GQ. Go on Sports Illustrated. Go someplace where men go, which is not Vogue. I don't get it, Dan.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, Sean is our resident Vogue expert on the morning meeting, so I think he, said it pretty well. But to your point, at this stage in the game, I mean, I think it's become a tradition. Maybe Doug Emhoff should have been on here as Michelle Obama,
don't get me started.
Joe Biden was. I think it doesn't do any harm, probably, but it certainly doesn't probably help you either. And you need to be doing everything you can at this point to be on offense.
All right,
But
let's talk about
juxtapose
the
that
horse race.
with the clip that you played with JD, right? That he's out there kind of having fun, showing the personal side of himself. That's what I mean, look, I'm not looking to give them any advice right now, but if I were them, I'd be doing more of that. The personal stuff where you're walking, talking, doing something. But it's even the call her daddy thing. It was in these two chairs. And it looked stiff and rehearsed. She wasn't at ease. Find some environments where she actually looks like she's relaxed and relatable, as opposed
Planned
to these
Parenthood.
stiff. Yeah, there you go. She can go into
She's
one of
comfortable
those
there.
problems.
Honestly, Colbert tried to do that. She tried to do that with Colbert with the beer. It felt very uncomfortable and awkward. Go ahead,
Very
Mark.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Again, if she loses and people start to deconstruct, one of the things Donald Trump makes him so formidable as a candidate is he safeguards his brand. He knows exactly what the positive elements of his brand are, and he cultivates public appearances that allow him to put that brand in sharp relief. Her brand protection.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, you go back to the CNN interview on the bus with Walz and how poorly that was staged. Donald Trump would never have let that happen. And in the things she's done this week, the Vogue thing obviously was in the works, but all these things, you ask yourself, what are the elements of her brand that she's trying to get across by being on the cover of Vogue? I don't know what that is. If you're trying to be a good steward of a good economy and commander in chief, what is it about that reinforces what she wants to say about her brand?
This show encourages honest conversations, which is not always easy in today's media environment with big tech companies deciding who and what gets amplified and censored. But there is a new platform that prioritizes free speech and transparency without controlling the narrative, and it's called Ground News. Ground News is an app and a website that aggregates related articles from around the world, highlighting each source's political bias and corporate influence. Ground News reveals for every single story how media narratives are shaping the conversation and who's covering the topic. It makes it easier to navigate the news and may even be helpful to you for the next time your liberal friends send you a headline from their favorite biased news source. They're offering our viewers 40% off their Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access to their website and app. Ground News is independent and supported by subscribers, not corporate interests. So check them out at groundnews.com/Megyn. That's ground, GROUND news.com/MEGYN. Groundnews.com/Megyn. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.